One of the craziest months in the history of the UNI Athletic Department is underway as every sports team will be competing in February. Today we feature a basketball player who's following in the footsteps of her older siblings. Preview the offensive unit for the Panther football team. Tell you about a big softball tournament coming to the Dome. Check in with the nationally ranked wrestling team. And the winningest women's basketball coach in school history just reached another milestone.